Welcome to another episode of the INH show, talking about geek culture, news, and lifestyle.
Yes, we are. So
these are exciting times that we're
It is
living
exciting
in.
times, and it really sucks because we are at a time where we are not in the US, we're not in San Diego.
It's exciting times if you live on the other side of the world. Australia's probably not so great, it's cold, it's not that exciting.
That's true, but yeah, look, we're seeing a whole bunch of stuff coming out from obviously San Diego Comic-Con.
Or just Comic-Con.
Or Comic-Con in general.
If you're not in the know, just if you're a casual person, it's
right.
just Comic-Con to you.
Seeing a lot of trailers, which is obviously what we're about to go watch together like we normally do our thing. But before we do
there's
that...
merchandise as well, which I'm very
Oh,
excited
absolutely.
about. But yes, I cut you off.
We'll talk about that merchandise. But look, I think it's only suited like we break this up to like 3 mini episodes to watch the trailers together like we normally do.
Well, sometimes people don't really care what we have to say about some trailers,
right?
So we're going to be very mindful of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're watching out for you guys. We got you covered.
But wait, let me just quickly ask you before we get into the Wonder Woman trailer. Are you excited about this?
The trailer? Yeah, I'm excited about this. The trailer. I'm excited about this episode of the INH show. I'm excited about the movie. I am excited.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll check it out.
We have seen the movie. Like in full disclosure, we've seen the trailer. We haven't seen the movie. We've seen the trailer.
I wish we...
So we'll just talk over it. But we'll do our usual.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Here we go. 1, 2, go.
So Wonder Woman Comic-Con. So this is pretty interesting, I guess. We get Steve Trevor. A good look at Chris Pine.
And to me, it ruins it a little bit because to me, Steve Trevor would have played a perfect Hal Jordan.
By Steve Trevor, you mean Chris Pine?
Sorry, Chris Pine would play a perfect Hal Jordan. I love it.
Yeah, I guess, but
he's got the look, he's got the cockiness,
So first of all, we get a little bit of a light moment. He has a bit of a joke, and then now it seems like we're going to the mascara, perhaps. So the thing with Gal Gadot is that she's still a little bit on the small side. Do you find that to be
absolutely
the case?
So she is not my Wonder Woman.
Now this scene here, if you look at this, right, is this old Steve Trevor? Is that what we're looking at, or like what's going on here?
I have no idea, but she's got.
I can't tell what time is what, and she's got a sword. Like that's a bit weird.
But looking at, actually, I can't tell who.
I don't know
who
that is. Yeah.
Have you never met a man before? But what about your father?
I had no father.
So this is. We spoke about last time. There's different theories or different origin stories, right? So this is obviously the one where Zeus made it from clay.
Well, actually, I was gonna say, well,
that looks cool. That scene.
Yeah,
with the horses.
all this stuff looks really great. I like the action. The thing with Gal Gadot is that she does have a very exotic-looking face. So I think from the neck up, she makes a great Wonder Woman.
But she doesn't look fierce.
But
she does not look fierce.
When you see her walking up there, she's kind of she's not all that intimidating.
She's not intimidating at all. That's why.
Although, but when you see her in action, like all this stuff, it looks great. So from what we say, I love the lasso, the effect on the lasso.
The lasso looks cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. What do you think of the color of the suit?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's
a little bit brighter, right?
Yeah, and it's all very washed out, like in those scenes.
Right.
Like here, for example.
They can obviously play around with it post-edit and stuff like that as well, right? So
now one thing about this movie, from what we're seeing, that looks so good.
Okay.
About this movie, am I to believe that any of these guys are a threat to Wonder Woman? Because seriously, come on, this is Wonder Woman. Did you like you don't like the musical cue?
No, you know.
I thought the musical cue was the best.
Why?
Because it just encapsulates Wonder Woman, or my version of Wonder Woman quite well. It's rocking.
I do like this part.
What is the secretary? I go where he tells me to go and I do.
It's still got a bit of an accent, isn't it, Gal Gadot?
It's called slavery.
I love that it's called slavery. That's so true.
So,
that part is good.
Yeah, that part is good. It's interesting because we're getting... I think there are more laughs in this trailer than there were for Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman combined. Yeah. I think there are more light moments in this than those two movies put together.
Cool. So, I want to put my 2 cents in there very quickly. And I'm just going to say it up front. Gosh, I really want this movie to be good. I want all comic book movies to be really good. Batman vs Superman, Justice League, Wonder Woman, Doctor Strange, everything. I want it to be good so bad. but I'm just not that excited for it because
About the
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Because she's not my Wonder Woman, and we said this ages ago, like over a year ago, right? When we worked out who would be a Wonder Woman. Remember we had the discussion back in the old place, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, and I chose, Gretchen from Prison Break. You know how she's got that. She looks fierce. Like she's super pretty. She's super cute, but when she's angry, you can tell her eyes are piercing, you know what I mean? And she looks scary. And in my mind, Gal Gadot is beautiful. She is beautiful, but she's still a bit scrawny, skinny. She's not built. She's not, you know what I mean? She's not...
Well,
if I look at her, I wouldn't be like...
I said...
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Look, and maybe that's the version that they're going for, because Wonder Woman's been drawn all sorts of different ways.
Right.
You know, like Frank Cho does a very muscular version of Wonder Woman.
I think that's what it is. Like,
like
Frank Cho and Terry Dodson's style of Wonder Woman, who's a little
see,
bit more buff. That's what I visualize.
I could argue that the Dodson Wonder Woman is a little bit more on the athletic side, versus Cho's one is muscular. You know, like,
and I like that. I love that.
I don't dislike it, and obviously she is not human, so her musculature doesn't have to match. You know, like she can be skinny and be strong, which is fine.
That's
but
fair call.
visually, we're watching a movie and the visuals do count. Like they can't satisfy everyone.
Yep.
I think Gal Gadot is she is exotic looking.
Exotic looking.
Like she from her face, you could say that she's an Amazon or Amazonian.
Okay.
The voice,
no,
I don't know.
So, So this is the last point I'm going to make. I think she's amazing to look at, but I don't think But I don't think her acting is nothing special. Just like how I feel about Psylocke in Apocalypse. Nothing special.
Well,
but
here's
nothing
the thing,
to the table.
Here's the thing.
To the table.
Psylocke had 4 lines of dialogue in the movie. She was a fairly small part of this movie.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot is playing the titular character in this movie.
Yeah, but there was just nothing. You know what I mean? Like Psylocke, like I was hoping to be like, okay, you convinced me in that small time that you had to play that. You convinced me, but she didn't at all. I was just like, okay.
Well, we're drawing I know what you're saying. You're saying that Gal Gadot still is not your
It's
Wonder
not convincing.
Woman.
And I don't get me wrong. I hope I am wrong. I hope I go in there, come back out, going,
From what I
oh
see,
my god,
though,
totally wrong. It's amazing.
From what I see in this trailer, I feel that the qualities that I would want to see in a Wonder Woman movie are there. Like there's action. She's like, to me, I think her face can convey like this fierceness. Like if she's acting with her face. Body type. I mean, if you look at her, like she's got the physique of a supermodel.
She does.
So, but I think that she has this that wide, like the way she's looking at Steve Trevor is, and obviously we're overanalyzing what little footage we have, but she's got that sort of inquisitive sort of nature. She's like the fish out of water character.
Yeah, okay.
And these are all the things that I want to see in a Wonder Woman movie. But I have an issue that it's a prequel of sorts.
Okay.
Because we know that by the end of the movie, she's going to meet up with Bruce Wayne, and Superman's going to die still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or maybe not die.
Oh, yeah. But one last thing I'm going to say is, going back to Batman vs. Superman, going back to that when we saw Gal Gadot in that, right? Even with that, again, a lot of people were like, oh my god, it's amazing as Wonder Woman. But for me, I was just like, what's so amazing about it? Well, she doesn't do anything.
It was I think her character was written well in a movie which you could argue was not very well written.
Yeah, but
she was in it enough. I thought her execution was fine. You didn't like her execution in Batman vs. Superman?
I didn't think it was anything amazing where everyone was like losing their crap over. For me, it's just like, okay, it's just an actress and any decent actress do the same thing.
You're quite tepid, is what I gather about this from the trailer. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited about this movie. From what I see, it's ticking all the things that I want to see. And I guess I'm fairly... you can tell by my reaction, I'm very easily satisfied. Like the lasso, just the effect of the lasso
cool.
to me
That looks cool. I'll admit to that. That looks awesome.
And this is just Gal Gadot like beating up Nazis and all that, or Wonder Woman. That to me is great.
I want her to
There's
be
those big
stronger.
scenes where.
What
do you mean by stronger?
I want her to be physically stronger.
Oh, but
in the show, it looks like she's just like running around ducking, and I want her to be physically like.
I
grab someone, just like body slam them or something.
Oh well, there's that scene where like in the trailer's a bit where like someone's gonna like backhand her or something, and she stops and he throws her across the bar. This is all good stuff.
I want her to physically like.
I think they're not going for the Wonder Woman who is maybe on the same strength level as Superman.
But it should be.
Maybe, of course, that's what we are used to, but that's not what they're going for. But I am very excited about this trailer. Let us know what you guys think. I am hugely excited. Terrence is not as excited because he hates women.
Hey, whoa, no, I love women, and I want women. I want a Wonder Woman to be a badass. I don't want him to be seen as like some weak, scrawny person.
That's right, women. It's not good enough to just look pretty for Terrence, right?
That's right. That's right. You gotta
Well,
be
let
like,
us know what you guys
come
think.
on.
Let us know if you're looking forward to this movie. I am excited about this movie. I'm looking forward to more trailers, and I want to echo your thoughts that we do want this movie to be good.
I want it to be good. I really
we
want
it to be good, or at least just so bad that we can talk about it, for all eternity. Let us know what you guys think. Like our videos, share them with your friends, comment below. Until then,
We'll see you next time.
see you next time.